Hey everyone, it's Blue the Hedgehog here, and I thought it'd be a fun idea to take a look at Noctis and his moveset, and see what kind of attacks he has. Without further ado, let's get started. Noctis' neutral combo on the ground and in the air is 3 generic sword slices. We've seen this a million times before with characters like Vaughn, so it's nothing new and nothing special. Essentially, it's your generic, instant, reliable attack with no range. Noctis' forward bravery attack on the ground is a piercing thrust with a spear, followed by another swing. This attack will probably have the ability to go right through low priority projectiles, like some of the other charging attacks in the game. It also seems to be a little bit slower and have a little bit less distance if you use it in the air, though it doesn't really make a difference. Noctis' backward ground attack is a very short range anti-air giant sword slice. He takes a very tiny step forward before he does it too, which adds on to its already small range, but it'll probably be his strongest attack anyway because it's super hard to land compared to his other ones, with its small range and whatnot. His ground dash attack is a projectile, which sends 2 daggers at its target. This is your standard offensive move for closing gaps. There's also a bit of windup with his front flip corkscrew that he does. It'll most likely be a low priority projectile as well. The first of Noctis' 2 unique Bravery air attacks is his backwards Bravery attack, which is a slam with his sword which results in a very tiny explosion. This may seem generic at first, but Noctis is the only assassin with a Bravery attack like this. Jecht has an attack like this, but it's an HP attack. And of course, a lot of the Vanguards have an attack like this, but they're Vanguards. They're allowed to have these heavy, hard-hitting attacks. You can probably expect this to be a weaker version of that, with less armor and whatnot. Regardless, this will probably be like all the other slam attacks, where your damage is multiplied depending on how high up you and your opponent are when you land this attack. Noctis' second unique air Bravery attack is his dash attack. It's a couple of dagger slices, which is pretty decent. You're going to be using this to keep up with your opponent if they keep trying to run away. Also, because it only has 1 input, it doesn't seem like you can cancel it. Now time for Noctis' 2 HP attacks that have been revealed so far. This first one is a super fast warp strike. The first hit probably deals damage, and the second hit probably does the HP damage afterwards. This thing's faster than some of his Bravery attacks. You can probably see it's getting nerfed when it actually comes out. I could just totally see it getting nerfed almost immediately. Noctis' other HP attack is his own version of the classic Final Fantasy attack, Jump. He throws a spear in the air, which removes him from the battlefield for just a second, where afterwards a white light will appear wherever he aimed at. Then he'll slam right down on that point, dealing HP damage to anyone he actually manages to hit. This move comes up pretty fast and I like it a lot. It's like a little teleport that Noctis can use at any time. Anyways, it's probably gonna be great against shoot types who usually have to, stop and shoot their bullets, all of them, before they can move again. It'll also be great for map control, as Noctis can keep teleporting, smacking people around if they get too close or if they're not in position he wants them to be in. Unlike his other HP attack, however, if he misses it, he's probably going to be much more easier to punish. So it has to be more careful with how he uses this move. Noctis' EX skill is a warp. You can charge it to go further, and you can tilt the analog stick to change which direction you go in slightly. If you actually go through an opponent, however, it seems to interrupt their attack. How it actually interrupts the attack, however, is a bit inconsistent at this time. Sometimes in the trailers, it just cancels the person's animation, making them stand neutral again. Other times, however, they flinch as if they got hit by a normal attack. Either way, it's pretty obvious what you're supposed to do with this attack. Warp through other players to stun them, and they get an easy Bravery confirmed with whichever attack you want to do. Finally, you can also store up to 3 charges with this attack, meaning you don't have to use it immediately as soon as you get it. You've probably noticed that Noctis has his armor erasure out in a couple of clips I've used now. Well, that's his unique ability. It works like a reverse version of Golbez's Shadow Dragon. Basically, when Noctis gets hit hard enough with an HP attack, his armor erasure pops out. However, all it seems to really do is add a couple hits onto his Bravery attacks. It doesn't change the properties, it just adds a couple hits as they fly away if you land the entire thing. A little underwhelming, but appreciated nonetheless. It's almost like a catch-up mechanic exclusive for Noctis. It also appears in his victory pose, just for a couple seconds, before he, destroys it for some reason. Anyways, that's Noctis' entire moveset. Thank you for watching, everybody. Does Noctis sound like your kind of assassin? Weaker moves overall, but lots of confirms as a result? Put it down in the comments below. I want to see what you guys think about him. Regardless, stay tuned for more Dissidia, more video games in general. Subscribe if you want. If you don't want, that's fine. And I'll see you guys next time. And if you get Dissidia, I'll probably see you online. Take care. Bye.